Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcasting, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind on a show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind morning show.
All right. Y'all already know what time it is, y'all. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. I'm going to be very melancholy-ish. I don't even know if that's a word. Shout out to all the bums. You know, I just noticed until today, it's hardly no more bums outside.
Not if you, never mind.
None of people, go ahead.
Riding up 8 Mile.
That's 8 Mile. That's on the border. That's theirs. And then it's not ours. They come from the other side. Okay. But no, seriously, I rode recently. Somebody mentioned it about 2 weeks ago. And as I rode from my house to getting on the freeway, I really realized there are not that many more bums. Like, Detroit don't have a problem. Austin, Texas has a problem.
So does Atlanta.
Atlanta, Miami.
LA, Miami, New York. Well,
terrible. New York.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Chicago.
That's wild.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the beautiful Brittany Chanel is with us.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm here, I made it.
Mama, I made it. That was one of my favorite Jay-Z songs.
Mama, I made it.
Mama, I made it.
Okay.
You remember that record?
I felt like a little bit. What album was it on? It's okay.
I think it's Black Album, I think.
No, it wasn't.
No. I don't know. We'll
That's
see.
okay.
We can look at it. Research it. Today's a good day. A wonderful award-winning engineer is in the building on the ones and twos, bringing us to you, none other than Chanie Shan. Hey, she's trying to get her camera working right
Chanie
now.
Sharp.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Chanie Sharp. What if she just said, like, come on, Skip?
Okay, that's wild work.
Shout out to,
I'm going to need some muscles.
Shout out to dumbass. Here's why I have a problem with him. First of all, he don't like. He say he don't like dealing with black women.
No, he's publicly said that?
Yes. Then he said the only way you'll see me with a black woman was me putting her in the arms of the police. So he deserved everything that he's getting right now.
Well, he probably has a thing with black women because black women probably just didn't like him.
Yeah, because he's not an attractive man.
I can see that.
When black men say that, that means that they're hurt, and the black woman has hurt them, and it's probably because they're not that attractive.
Yeah, I mean, and he's not. Come on, Skip. Yeah. But no,
that's usually what happens. Black women wasn't checking for him before.
Yeah. We listen and we don't judge.
We listen.
Oh, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that when men say that, but it's interesting because every time a black man says that, they always end up in trouble.
That's true.
Yeah, they always end up in trouble.
You got to be more careful.
Well, my thing is, what did you think a 19-year-old wanted from you?
That's a good point.
I mean, what are you guys going to talk about?
Lucky for him, he did record some of the things they talked about.
But again,
I thought she recorded it.
For me,
he recorded it.
Here's the thing for me. Any man that's dealing with money, what do you think women are coming for?
Exactly.
Any man. I don't care what color you are.
So you know what? That says a lot about me. That's why nobody fucking with me. Is that's what you're saying? I'm just joking.
I mean, I'm saying if the woman if she's approaching and come on, because I'm 19.
Let's be for real.
What do you think I want with somebody who could be my grandfather?
Exactly. What do you really? Yeah.
What do you think I really want?
Like, what's the benefit?
The only benefit is me getting money.
Yeah.
Me being flued out. Me buying whatever I want to.
But I can see what you were saying as far as him not being really checked for by the African American race.
But when most black men say that, that's because black women aren't checking for them. Mm-hmm. I mean, unfortunately, that's just the reality in our community.
Yeah.
They're just not checking for them.
Right.
And that's okay.
And that's partly because they don't trust if he like them or not.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking to... Never mind. Let me leave that man alone.
Wake up. Yeah, but I think he really... I'm glad I see how you switched that up.
Yeah. It was like, what's going on here?
It looked like she like this.
Yeah, I ain't like that.
So,
I didn't like it either.
But now I can just look at you like this. Really, like
yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying it just was... Like sometimes when he talk and he does certain things, does he like us?
I mean, like, come on! I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Skip. No, I think he has a real problem.
I don't know if he has. I don't know him. I don't
have to know him, but I can tell you he had a problem. He has issues.
Well, a psychologist said that. She was like, just because he has money doesn't mean he has matured. Just because he's a certain age doesn't mean he's matured. So she said mentally he probably is still 19.
Yeah. Oh. And he's an older guy. Oh my God, that's scary.
He's 56.
That's what I said. That's scary. And the fact that he has, oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's disrespectful
for him.
But
I mean, she's 19. She don't know no better.
We're in trouble.
She don't know any better.
Yeah.
Because for her, it's all fun and games. It doesn't matter. Her parents probably sicked her on them.
That's true. Get them.
Hey, that's what some of those mothers do. But
yeah.
That's a whole nother topic that I don't want to.
That's crazy work I'm watching. But look, I don't know.
Said, hey, Calvin. He said, Unc played it crazy, doubled down on the white side, and still took an L. And that's what you get when you...
Because you put your trust.
That's what you get. And it's been proven in history, so I don't know why y'all keep doing it, but go on. I digress.
And I think the fact that he was warned beforehand and still decided to...
But my thing is, it's been proven in history with black men. Y'all always get in trouble when y'all go that route.
For sure.
So that's on y'all. Don't come back to us because we don't want you either.
Not after
you didn't play us.
Exactly.
And publicly announce that you don't want us because you're the only race that does that.
Now
I've never heard a white man. I've never heard an Indian man. I've never heard an Asian man.
They
only
just
black
have their
men
preference
publicly say that how they feel about black women, and black women do the same thing. So, but again, we may say it, but we still not going with the other dude.
Yeah, that is true.
We still stick beside y'all.
Yeah,
because y'all are a hot mess. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all are ours.
That's when context is good to use hot.
Y'all are hot mess, and we love y'all.
Yeah, so, just as y'all are.
That's what it is. That's all I have to say on that.
Oh, well, we are a hot mess.
And we
at least you agree.
Y'all.
Exactly, yeah.
We still accept y'all.
I mean, I'm glad you still accept a real black man. However, what I will say is that when black men go this way, it ain't because of, it's a reason behind it.
Yeah, I said it.
Whether it's their reason or not. And I think that reason needs to be spoken on.
And then he need to come out and speak on it.
Horny ass old man, simple and plain. I'm with what Todd said.
Oh, he said, I think she's a mixed breed.
I don't don't care.
And they go for them.
Breed.
They go for them too.
Y'all go for that too.
Yeah.
Hey, and still be having problems.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. Like sometimes it's not even green on the other side. Just water your own grass.
Man.
That's all.
Again, my royal family has proven that.
Y'all don't gotta go through this.
My royal family has proven that. And it ain't just them. You got Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. I can go on and on and on and on and on. But
so we got some people that
it's neither here
that
nor
did it
there.
the right way.
Yeah, so even Obama for that matter.
I mean, Westbrook went for the okie doke.
No, Westbrook, he married his college sweet. They play basketball
That's so
together.
cutie.
They have 3 kids together.
I love that real bad.
What's his name? Josh Hartman or Harden or something like that. He's another basketball player. He married his college. They got twin boys. Like
That's
it's a
so
lot
cute.
of black athletes that are married to black women.
Yeah.
I love a good love story.
Black men that are married to black women, and you don't hear anything about them.
Yeah, you
pay
don't.
attention. You don't hear anything about them.
Yeah.
Name somebody you didn't heard about that's married to a black woman. That's a black man. You don't know. You don't hear anything about him.
Look, and I'm thinking too. Yeah, no.
Have you heard anything about him?
Of course, they go through their problems, but they keep it in internal. They keep it inside.
You don't hear anything about them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because that woman know what she do.
I guess
Okay.
you're right.
Even when Kim Porter was living, Diddy was under wraps.
I was gonna say he was under wraps until that book came out. She was saving that. She was sitting on that book.
Listen,
because she was sitting on that book.
Don't say y'all, say them.
Okay, think about. I have to say all of it. When I say think about Diddy, right? When Kim Porter was living, what did you know about Diddy?
He was under. Yeah,
you ain't know nothing
until.
Okay, all right. Moving on. What's the topic for today?
Topic of the day is, what would you do?
I don't understand.
She's shaking her head.
What do you mean? So today is what would you do? So today is going to be
crying all alone.
Exactly.
In the bathroom, and he's hungry. Who is that?
Okay. Good morning. Wake up.
Hey,
Good morning.
caller.
Hey, man.
Say, man.
Jonathan Majors and Unc got us down 1,000.
Yeah, y'all down. Hot boys down 1,000.
That ain't just them. It's a whole bunch of y'all.
No, he's talking about the dark skinned brothers. The light skinned brothers, we understand. But
emotional. Jonathan Majors isn't even dark skinned though.
Oh, yes, the hell he is.
No, he's not.
He like brown.
Hey, Mr. Miles, every time they do this,
hand right in my face.
Dr. Umar looking like a superhero.
Who looks like a superhero?
Sorry.
Dr. Umar.
Oh, I did.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think. First of all, I don't think Jonathan Majors is dark skinned.
Jonathan Majors is dark skinned.
He's not dark skinned to me.
I'm talking about just black, period. It don't matter the complexion. I'm talking about black, period.
Miles talking about light skin, like y'all all black to me.
Yeah, but they did take the black man down back a negative 1,000.
That's 2 strikes. We got one more.
Yeah. Please don't wish that on nobody.
Lance Gross married white women. When Lance Gross married white woman,
he's already married
to a white woman.
No, he's married to a black woman. He has 2 kids. Leave that man alone. Don't bother Lance. Don't you bother Lorenz. Don't bother Morris. Don't bother my men.
Say just nobody.
Don't bother Boris. Don't bother them. Okay.
It's crazy.
A lot of them are, like I said, the men that are married to black women. Even Method Man, he's married to a black. Leave the man alone. You don't hear anything about them. You don't hear nothing about Jay-Z. Nothing.
You had to use him.
Yeah, but they tried him though. They tried.
That was they
tried and they failed.
They definitely tried.
They tried and failed. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
well, Jay-Z been lawyered up since he was 23 years old.
As he should have. But I also believe he's the type of dude that understands, like,
that was Chanie arm, y'all.
I saw that.
Don't worry about it.
I saw that.
I did. So
I think he's the type of man that know women coming for something because he's not considered the most amongst black, amongst women, I should say.
Well, Stephen Curry has said, like Jay-Z, he was the most tactful out of everybody she ever dealt with. Like,
I think he seems like he seems like a classy dude.
When I seen him being classy.
Thank you, Ty. He's definitely brown.
That's what I say. He's brown.
He is not dark skinned.
He's brown.
Jonathan Majors is brown.
From the boogie down. Productions, of course.
Is Calvin still involved? Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, no, but when I seen Jay-Z being classy was when we was at the Athenaeum. And he was doing a signing because at this time he was big enough to where he wasn't going around the record stores.
I like Jay-Z.
And this lady went to go hug him. He was like, "Hold on, ma, you got too much perfume on."
Yeah,
and my lady upstairs, and I can't go back to the room smelling like another woman. And I thought that was dope because I would have hugged her fine ass. I'm sorry,
but I like him because he moves.
It's the
You
respect.
knew what that was, though. You knew what that was about to be.
But
Yeah.
he's just a classic. He's a class act when it comes to that. But he knows how to move. He's about his business. I respect that man.
That's real.
I like that man.
Shout out to a woman, Corinne Steffen, aka Superhead, who actually gave him.
No, really, I was clearing my throat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what she was doing.
Yeah, she
No,
was
I
too.
really was. Like, it was nothing on her.
No, but it's okay if it was.
No, it really wasn't.
She don't mind it being on her.
But I wouldn't. That was her life.
That's why I work.
She lived a life.
And just
Her whole profession was a different conversation, but that stuff she said about Lil Wayne, that was it. She was canceled after that.
Yeah, as she should
I don't
be.
know what she said
Speaking
about
of
Wayne. What she
Wayne,
said
he's
about
coming
Wayne?
out with another album. Stay tuned, y'all.
We wasn't looking for that. Thank you, Tam, because I literally just sung that song.
That's why I thought it was so funny.
What would you do if your son was at
I had
home
to actually explain it.
crying all alone.
on the bedroom floor because
Yes.
he's hungry and he only
So
wanna feed
what
us.
would you do? Consists of a collection of videos, and we're going to get
we
the
doing
opinion.
that?
Yes, we're going to get the opinion
okay.
from the audience, from us, on what would you do in each situation and/or
we doing
scenario.
a fun show.
Yes,
Good, because
it's
the energy's a
Friday.
little dead in here.
It's Friday.
Y'all need to hype it up in here because y'all dead.
Okay,
Let me quit holding the phone up, but congrats on the pod, Shan. I'm going to tell you that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, Brittany is producing it.
In the spirit.
I actually think I don't know. I'm gonna have Brent on at some point, some way, shape, form, and fashion.
We have already had our conversation, y'all. Don't worry about what we got going over here. Just stay tuned.
All right, stay
What would you do? What would you do?
Just stay tuned. Good morning, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Well, let's watch this video.
Yeah, because I want to know what I'm going to do.
What are you gonna do?
Because if my son was at home crying all alone,
Okay.
I'm sending him to my mama house.
say what would you do?
I ain't about to sleep with no man. I'm about to just get on the pole.
Damn.
I'm talking.
No, you're fine.
Damn, man.
Man, I've been paying all the bills in this house for the past year. I've been paying every bill in this house for the past year. You know what I'm saying? I told you my hours got cut at work. Can you go 50-50 with me till I get back on my feet? Can you go 50-50 with me? What's wrong with that?
I can't.
What you mean you can't?
I have to use my money for my photo shoots. Like, you already know.
Man,
what
your money
type
for your
of female
photo
I am.
shoots,
You already know
man.
what
I'm
you
telling
signed
you right
up
now
for.
that I lost
You
hours
can't go
at
get
work.
another job. I'm
Get
saying,
another
like, I
job.
understand if you lost hours, you could go pick up hours somewhere else. Like,
You need to work
it's really
all day?
dope out here.
You need to work all day?
I mean, how else are you gonna pay the bill?
Man, how about you go 50-50 with me? What's wrong with that? I'm telling you, go 50-50 with me for about 6 months to a year till I get on my feet. Once I get on my feet, then I'll pay all the bills in the house again. I've been doing this for the past year.
I know, but I can't.
I ain't been able to save no money. You got money. So I'm telling you, let's go 50-50 on these bills.
I can't.
You can't. Okay,
Like,
whatever.
why can't you just go get another job?
I'm not getting another job.
What would you do? Get up off my feet, let go of every excuse. What would you do? I don't want my baby to go through what I went through. Like, man,
I don't know what record that is.
it's City High.
Oh, damn.
See,
Yeah, that's
wasn't
what
your
she-
time.
yeah.
That's
City
what
High.
happened in the song. City High.
Okay.
What would you do?
I would have kicked her ass out. I was
So-
like,
but
look,
that's
I
your
feel like that
wife.
stuff be
That ain't his
fake. That's
wife.
not his wife.
It said wife ex.
That's a roommate. That's a gold digger.
yeah.
So that's not his wife.
That ain't
Because the
his
wife
wife.
wouldn't come like that.
First of all, the fact that he even got to come and ask, do he have to go 50-50? It should really just be like, baby, I got it right now.
And that's it. The fact that he had been holding it down, I definitely feel like, you know,
If he
when her
came
time
home
comes.
and said, hey, they didn't cut my hours at work and it's going to be a little tight, her response should have been like, it's cool, baby, I can make up the difference.
Exactly. Yeah. Considering that
That's all
she
she
has
should've
money
said.
and she was able to save her money, I definitely feel like she should
Because-
have no issue contributing.
I mean, like, if something were to go wrong,
That was some bullshit.
Yeah, because he held her down.
it affects you as well.
Exactly.
So that's how foolish that
Well,
is.
it really affected when she lived in Michigan because her ass would have been kicked out.
So you would have just kicked her out.
No, I wouldn't have dealt with her no more.
So it's no coming back after that.
I mean, not with me at the age that I'm at. No.
Yeah,
Well,
I
the
can
age that you're at.
Yeah,
No.
I
Todd
can agree with
said,
that.
New chick or stay single, easy. He'd love to get a new chick. Is that our weird person?
Yeah.
Well, let's hear what he got to say.
Here we go.
Here we go. Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, what I would do about that situation.
Oh, hang up on him. Hang up on him. Hang up. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
that's what I just said.
No,
yeah, it's cool. However,
I would want something in my booty.
I got something to say.
Is that him?
Yeah, but anyway.
Personally,
what if he come up here though? This is the address is 18,000.
I'm sure you go
West 9 Mile Road. Suite 5.
Sheesh. Yeah, now that you said, I'm like, what was it? Yeah. Good morning, Darnita.
Hey, Darnita.
Yeah, but I
it's
feel like
Brittany.
I feel like it's Brittany. Like I just feel like
you feel like saying that.
Yeah,
it's Brittany, bitch.
Thank you, Mom.
Not Darnita.
Look, thank you, Mom.
They said it. I did it. I feel like that situation is easy. Is that though?
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I know.
You might as well put them on vibrate. Put the phone on vibrate.
I like the sound.
Oh, do you? Mm-hmm. Oh, you annoying.
Yeah.
She
very much so.
Annoy her man.
The funny part is, hey, I'm glad you're watching the show, but we cannot have the nonsense today.
We can't have the nonsense any day.
Not on today.
Not on today.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
We
Wake up, wake up.
Calvin said, he said, if somebody can't take that deal, they are not worth being provided for when it's time to. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, my thing is,
you gonna keep her? Oh, he got a problem.
Yeah, I told you something wrong with him. I think that situation was easy.
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
I mean, it's really easy for me. I would definitely have to sign the papers on that because what I'm here for.
Exactly.
Because you already know if he was injured. Yeah, or something physically happened to him. She not about to take care of him.
But my whole thing is, if he was paying 100% of the bills, where was her money going? Because it wasn't all going towards photo shoots
but
and
I'm
things
looking
like
at
that.
deeper than that. Take the money out. Let's say the man was hurt. And he broke his arm or he broke his leg. And he really was down for the count.
So say it was further beyond just cut hours.
Yeah, leave her. Mm-hmm. Leave. Whoop. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Get up off my feet. Stop making good with you. Tim said, I need an explanation why we hanging up on him. Tim, because he likes to call.
And he make very vulgar.
He's disrespectful and out of line. So we don't really have time for that.
That's why I work. Love you too, Darnita.
Because we have real gay friends that take offense to things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Cool. It's just not cool. We don't want to hear it, Tim. We love you back, Darnita. So what's our next video? Because I know what I'm doing in that situation.
So you just leaving?
He should have just snatched her wig off.
Yeah.
So that would have ended it all.
You should have snatched her wig off and burnt off her eyelashes.
Say no more photo shoot. No more photo shoot. Like
he should have did.
Let me get that hair.
He should have.
Okay. And he probably paid for that too.
And your eyelashes.
Yeah, he probably paid for the hair, the makeup, everything.
What's our next video?
Because it don't seem like she want to pay for nothing.
Baby, get her out of there.
Okay, out of there.
In your pink room too.
Okay, and that's wrong because he usually buy your brother's shoes. But look at this petty dude.
That don't got nothing to do with me, man.
It do get something to do with
my kids, man. Them is not my kids.
Okay,
man.
but guess what? When you was with me, you was buying shoes.
I'm not with you though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not with you. Well, I'm taking care of my son. Anything outside of that, I do not owe you that. I do not owe them nothing. No, none of that. What is you talking about?
Yeah, just like a petty dude. Just like a petty. Yes, you will.
Matter of fact, you got dude laid up in here with you. He need to be taken
He
care of.
ain't got nothing.
Look, I know it's a skip. There's a lot of lessons to be learned with this. First and foremost, stop trying to put your kids off on other men. You made the decision to sleep with whoever you slept with to have that child. You made the decision to carry that child for 9 months. You made the decision to birth that child. You made the decision. It's your body, your choice, as women love to say, right? So stop trying to put your children off on other men. If a man is gracious enough and generous enough to do something for your child, fine. Hey, thank the Lord. But at no point in time should a woman feel a sense of entitlement for a man to do something for a child that's not his. That's what you got a baby daddy for. Stop trying to make men financially provide for children that they didn't sexually make. If anything, you should be saluting that black man for taking care of his children the right way and goddamn trying to talk some sense into the other baby dad so hopefully they can get inspired. That's why your baby shoes dirty now. Get ugly money.
The number one male enhancement product.
He had a lot to say in so little time.
No, I so much agree with
what he said.
No, that's the first guy.
the father.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't think it's his obligation to have to buy for all of her kids, just his, because he was buying his kids a pair of shoes, just not the whole tribe.
No, he was buying his child a pair.
That's what I said.
I mean, yeah,
because he only had one.
He only had one, and what it was, they was in a relationship, and he was purchasing shoes for everybody
when they were together. And he said, we're not together anymore.
And I feel like that's real. Laying up with you, and girl, please let that guy buy them.
Right? Because why you don't hold him at the same regard that you did?
But I feel like that's really,
when we were together.
That's probably really hard for him too, right? Because he was there with those kids at some point, and those kids probably felt some type of way, and then now he's gone, and he's still taking care of his.
Yeah.
I mean, but when they get older, they be like, "Yeah, my mom was a hoe on that one."
Well, obviously,
they'll understand, but I'm just glad that he's still doing for his at least.
Oh, baby, I'm taking care of mine.
Because some people just be like, "Hey, I'm done with the mom. I'm done with the kids." That's the reality for some people.
It's certain, like shoes. That's a lot. I'm probably not gonna buy no shoes, but I might, buy little things here and there because they are there just because.
Yeah.
But I'm not buying like it would. I probably would do some things for the other kids just because sometimes it is kind of sad to see the other kids, but I'm not going all like mine's still gonna get the most or mine gonna get the best. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I'm not gonna lie when
like mine is getting the best,
and that's nothing wrong with that because that's your responsibility.
And mine gonna get the most.
Now, do you feel like the other guy? Do you feel like he's obligated just because he with her now when he's laying up?
The
with
guy
her?
that's laying up there now, obviously he ain't doing nothing because she worried about this one
exactly,
and she can't be worth much because how you let that one leave if he was taking care of the other one? So what's the problem?
And to get one that you laid up with now and not doing anything for any kid.
They in Florida.
They in Florida. It's sad because that's the reality. Like some women think that you should just buy for their kid, your kid, together or not.
That's entitlement, right?
I feel like that is.
So when it comes down to it, like me being the man that I am, whenever I was in a relationship with someone, if she had multiple children, I couldn't do what I didn't do for all.
I get that.
But I only really dated a woman who had only like 2 children max at that time.
So is that your max? So like if a woman, okay.
Yeah, definitely. But again, like when
well, that's interesting, Darnita.
She said you got to provide for all men.
Exactly. She said,
but he not with her no more.
Yeah, he not with her.
But that's the thing. Why does the relationship?
Because those not my kids.
But I'm just saying,
I'm gonna take care of your
but just let's just play devil's advocate here. If it was really genuine,
I'm a man.
Why would it?
I'm about to explain to you.
Okay.
As a man, if she didn't have another dude there. Yes, I agree. Get them all something.
Oh, really? You think so?
But if it was genuine, then it shouldn't matter. Go ahead.
You're not a man.
I'm not.
But what is that?
Thank God.
Oh shit! Damn. She was a man. Anyway, but the whole thing is, if we're in a relationship and she's not with nobody, meaning she has no one in her life that's helping her out, I would get the children's.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
However, if she got a dude, or you know what I mean, and he live there, he laying up with her. If I get there at 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, he's in there in his boxers or whatever. You heard him say something in the background.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, you got
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing. I hope he's not walking around with his boxers on around them kids like that.
But he probably was
and
like,
I hope it's not the picnic.
It sounded like he was like, hey, keep me out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, I've been in situations to where the father of the child came, and then it was the opposite thing. His son wanted to go outside and play with me with football. You know what I mean? Versus his own dad. Because his dad wasn't there. But then as Donovan got older, he was like, he knew how to play it because he seen how his daddy reacted. So he'll wait.
Yeah, some kids, kids are smart. They pick up on things.
Yeah, I don't feel like they should ever be put in the middle, but in some circumstances, I understand that do happen.
Tim said that was a tough one. He started out doing for them kids, and he's still around. He's definitely not obligated, but I can only imagine from a child's standpoint, it probably is noticeable.
And it hurts. That's what I said. If it was genuine, I feel like together or not, you not doing it for the mom, you were doing it for the kids.
But see, she made a big hoopla about that.
Yeah, but the kids didn't do anything to
house.
The kids didn't do anything to him. Whatever was going on was between him and a woman.
Yeah.
So if it was a genuine relationship,
even a genuine relationship,
I don't think it's wrong to continue.
No.
So let's say
I'm not saying it is right.
So if you were the guy,
okay,
and he had kids, and you were doing for them, and then the relationship didn't work out, you still would do for the kids.
No.
Depending on how strong of a relationship that I had with the kids.
I mean,
yes.
No, because you wouldn't know what they need or nothing like
That's
that.
not true.
I mean, if you're not in the house,
I knew what they needed once before.
Yeah, but you're not in the household with them no more. So
but the kids have basic needs. This is a side of their want. This is their need.
The only basic need they have is to eat and the roof over their head.
Right. So a kid got to eat every day.
So in that situation, I think it would depend on like how old they are.
Okay, that's
I think because like especially for girls.
Let me give you an example. As a man when I was in a relationship with my oldest daughter, Erin. Erin got two other siblings, right? And they like 6 to 7 years, 8 years older than her.
Okay,
right. So I spent $120 on Erin's second on Christmas, and she was only 2.
What did you buy for $120?
A whole bunch of shit.
It couldn't have been.
That was good. Back then. That's back then.
Back then.
That's back then.
You gotta realize it's 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, because $120 today is one pair of shoes.
Okay.
No, but you had. I still took care of my child's shoes and clothes.
Okay, so you spent all this money for Christmas and what?
Toys. It wasn't a whole bunch of money.
Okay.
But I also made sure her brother got a football, basketball, and I bought her sister some stuff. Right.
Okay.
Her mother said, because they don't got the same amount of bags. First of all.
But it's a gift.
A majority of this stuff come from Family Dollar store type shit. You know what I mean? Because my baby 2 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just be happy to play with something.
Yeah.
They don't care what
they
it is.
prefer the boxes actually at that age.
And it be stuff that be around the house.
So
not even a toy.
They prefer boxes.
Yes.
So I handed her brothers and sister, her brother and sister stuff in one bag. Her take this bag. They don't got the same amount of bags as Aaron got. I'm like, you sound crazy.
But even if they had the same amount of bags, it still would have been different stuff. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna offend y'all.
No, I don't care.
What I've learned,
this ain't for me.
Women that have children and have multiple children and have multiple baby fathers.
No baby daddies.
They are worse than clients to you because they feel like they entitled. A client could come in to me and tell them I'm doing their business cards or flyers. Their colors are red and yellow. Can you put purple in there? Can you put some green too? It don't even mix. I'm the business professional. I know what's best for them. They still
which is why I don't know. We want to sign up to be baby daddy number 3?
Hold on, wait a minute.
And they be knowing. That's the thing.
Exactly.
They know.
So what I'm saying is, just because a client can and they feel like they paying their money, they feel like they have the right to at least see it, right? So a mother who has children by multiple fathers have this entitlement of like, look, you already know what you've been doing, keep doing it.
It's interesting. I got a video.
But then when that woman get a real man in her life, he be like, you don't need his money. They straight here. Don't ask them for nothing. They here with me every day.
Well, do you feel like he overstepping by saying that?
No,
like, don't worry about what's going on here. I got you.
That's a real man.
That's a man.
Okay.
I've been in that situation before to where, shout out, I have her call in next week if we do something like this again, because I was accused of not being a good father. Her children's father didn't want to get their bedroom sets because they felt like them bedroom sets was good enough, right? Her mother, and no, they weren't good enough. So I bought their bedroom sets. The only thing I didn't buy them was their TVs because I paid for the bedroom sets. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which, if I would have known better, I would have just rather paid for the TVs.
He's like, when it added up.
When I added up. So I paid for the bedroom sets, and I told him, when I said, look, bro, you don't have to worry about it. I already took care of it. I mean, you better than me. I get that. You know what I mean? That's how I feel like. I get that because she had 2 different baby fathers. You know what I mean?
Hey, caller.
Call you on there.
Good morning.
Good morning, Darnitha.
How y'all doing today?
Fine. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I was just calling about the topic. I think it's kind of funny, you know, that there's and I'm not gonna say entitlement, but when it comes to me, when you're doing something for me or my child, you definitely gonna make sure. But it depends on who you with. But for me, my child's father, he gives me more than enough for even my children with my husband.
Oh wow,
That's real.
that's dope.
But that depends on who you choose. So if you get a person who understands, like, that's a giver, you know, from the beginning, and they understand, like, yeah, he was doing stuff from the beginning when they was together. Yeah, and you're gonna continue doing stuff when we're not together. And if you're not gonna give me stuff in a tangible form, give me cash.
Okay. Well, can I ask you a question? Does that bring some type of discrepancy with your husband?
It has before,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It has before, but I think on a woman's end, too, like on my end, I feel like sometimes I think that guys get too territorial on products and what a person's doing for them, like for your kids. Like, first off, what happened to it takes a village to raise a child. So if it take a village to raise a child, it shouldn't matter if it's my ex or somebody I was with 10 years ago who's helping contribute something to our house. That's one less thing you don't got to worry about.
Well,
That's why I was asking, because some men can view it as being disrespectful.
Yeah, that
but you
sounds.
guys as a real man.
But Darnita, it sounds good. It sounds good as a village. But how about if you don't want to be part of that city no more or that village? One thing I did learn is by me. I tell people I got 27 kids all the time, right? Because I didn't raise a lot of children or help or assist raising children. One thing I found out. The love that I gave them wasn't always monetary.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
They always seen the fact that, dang, my pops let me come work for him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I couldn't, when I would come work at McDonald's or nothing, and he did. So I'm just saying, like, it's certain things that when you give to a child and you pour into a child, same thing you pour into a woman. For men, sometimes we don't need to pour in other things, but. I agree. We just need to understand that, and women have to understand that when all the time we're not just loving you because you loving on us. Sometimes we loving you because of how you love your children, and sometimes we.
That's true, and that's really why I still continue to receive support. But I do believe that sometimes it depends on the situation. So I have all girls. I shop for all my girls. That's a boy in them shoes. I don't really know much about shoes and shit. So if you're gonna support within clothing or, you know, as far as like items that's needed, like I would prefer cash anyway. Right. And I spend it the way I want to, which is on all my kids.
Okay, that's dope. Okay. Like if you had all girls,
but that's just me.
What I do, I buy all the babies the same dress, different sizes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that worked too.
Yes. I mean because I done done it before to where if I'm dating a female, she had two girls. You know what I mean? Easter come around, they get the same dress. You know, different sizes.
That's typically what sisters do anyway. Yeah, that's what I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I agree, but I do think that from the video aspect of how she kind of made it seem, it seemed like this person was trying to like put him on front of why she was so even, you know, wanted to record the whole thing from the beginning. Yeah. Like it seemed like she was coming from a negative aspect anyway, just like, well, why are you doing just only shoes for him? And I got other kids. Like, that doesn't even matter. If he's giving you shoes, like at least be appreciative and take them in. But I do understand, like if you have a certain way of doing things and you normally do for everyone, it's like, hold on, what's going on now? Oh, we not together. Oh, okay. So the circumstance changed. That's, you know, when you got to alter how you do things.
Yeah.
Better be a little more nice.
Wow.
Or just keep his shoes over here with me. You want me to be petty?
Yeah. Hey, I am a firm believer of that. When you with your father, you should be buying shoes.
Yeah.
Listen, I went through a petty situation with my daughter.
It is.
I'll be petty. Y'all just keep his shoes over here.
I used to have to just take the clothes off that I bought my daughter, and she had to wear what she.
And it's really sad that you have to do that because the kids are the one that suffer when it comes to that. But you have immature adults that don't understand what it is. And that's just how it is.
So at the time, my girl was the one who was like, you know what? No, my girl got pissed off later. Melissa was the first person who was like, send her home with the same clothes. she had on when she got here. Yeah. Because she accused me like, you don't got no clothes over there for her. And if anybody know me with clothes, I still got 2-3 big ass bags full of poodle clothes just sitting there. Oh. You know what I mean? And panties, you gotta. She grew like a wildflower. She don't wear the same panties she wore when she was 8-9 years old.
No, so, I hope not.
No.
Okay.
So thank you for calling, D.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I went through that whole thing. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, so where's her clothes? She was asking me where's her clothes at. Mm-hmm. Pooter was hiding her clothes.
Yeah,
she either peed on herself or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel bad for the kids
to avoid
they have
the discipline part. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate.
And so her mother accused me. So before, my ex was like, you know, she went. I said, I don't care no more. You know what I mean? Just send her whatever. Just send her with the same.
It would be nice if the parents can come together and just.
I feel like when parents can't co-parent because they're not truly over each other.
That's what I feel too.
Yeah, because my whole thing is if we share a child and we're trying to make sure the child because
the rules be different. Like rules are different at dad's house than rules are at mom's house, and I feel like
that's the tough part.
You know, that's the tough part because it's like, hey, you know, when they're here, I would like for them to kind of continue. You know, but again. It's just it's something different.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Brittany, I found out the situation. I wasn't trying to tie it into a joke with you, but I'm not. There was a soccer player reportedly hid up under the bed.
Okay, so what's the next one?
Okay, we go. The soccer player is wild.
Is somebody alive?
No, hold on, listen.
Are they unalive? Okay.
He hid up under the bed while somebody kidnapped his wife and his 5-year-old daughter.
Wow.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Had a good hiding spot.
Yeah.
That ain't a good hiding spot. He just let him get taken.
Well, Brittany, we know.
Shut up. What we doing next?
Let's get it.
He help.
I'm gonna work out too, man. I think I'll do my
You goofy ass nigga! This what we doing? You over here? This what we doing now? You over here cheating on me? You over here laying down with people, kissing on people and stuff? This what we doing? Hello? This what we doing? Yes, we are.
It's you, man. Hold on. Get this camera. Get going on, man. Get all that shit on my face, first of all. Get the goddamn.
You over here cheating on me? This what we doing? You cheating on me?
Who is you, bro?
I thought I was your everything. You cheating on me?
I blocked your ass 3 months ago. What is you talking about?
Oh my God.
Wait, no.
They're not even in a relationship. This is why doing loyalty tests can be so difficult. This girl literally manipulated me into setting up this whole elaborate plan to do a loyalty test on a man that she's not even in a relationship with.
Am I blocked or are you just running from me?
Yeah. I'm running. Yup.
Can I explain what's going on? My name is Jay from Soulless Cheaters.
Soulless Cheaters!
I basically run a cheating show. This girl reached out to me to place you to a loyalty test to see if you're truly loyal to her. And you
Bro, I'm not in a
failed.
relationship with this.
Yes, we are.
Nah, they came down swerving mics and cameras.
Call the cops.
Call the police.
Call the cops.
Call
Next.
next video.
Yeah, because call the cops. This fool said we're in a relationship together until we're not. Next.
Yeah, listen next.
She
The
crazy.
fact that he blocked her 3 months ago.
Am I blocked or are you running from me?
I'm
running. That was a waste of time.
That is wild word.
3 months I've been with this bitch.
But the fact that she had all of this set up.
She's crazy. Call the cops, sir. And watch your back. Get a restraining order.
How did everybody get upstairs, though?
I think my thing is just...
Oh, you mean like while he was in there with the girl?
First of all,
they probably came beforehand and then he came with the girl after.
But there's 19 people running down the steps. He ain't hear that.
No, I don't know.
He was in the moment.
Here's my thing. Get a restraining order.
Yes.
She's nuts.
But here's the thing though. Can we just stick here for a minute?
That chicken.
Because for her listen, for her to feel yes, because for her to feel the way that she feels, he has to be doing very much something.
No.
Chanie, she's been blocked for 3 months.
I'm just
He
saying.
hasn't seen her in 3 months.
She is in her own delusional world.
But prior to those 3 months though,
she probably delusional.
No. He had to be doing something that made her very much feel like that.
3 months.
I'm not saying it is right. I'm just saying, can we think about this?
3 months.
No,
Chanie, next video.
She ain't seen this nigga in 3 months.
3 months. What is he doing?
She seen him. He just ain't see her.
What could he possibly be doing if he's blocked?
In 3
if she's
months.
blocked in 3 months.
I get it.
There's nothing else to discuss.
I'm just saying.
What's the next video?
I'm just saying. What is he doing?
That video's done.
Nothing.
What would you do?
That's part of your little crew. That's part of your village.
That gotta be.
I'm just
next. We're moving right along because I'm not even about to talk about that. Call the police.
So that's it.
Run for your life. Next.
He said he was running. Okay.
What's the next one? Run for your life.
Hide up under the bed. Let's go to
Run for your life.
Hide up under the bed.
Run for cover.
Yes.
What's the next video?
And I'm not finna let you do this in no doggone Red Lobster. Look what you got on. But this is your favorite Get up. You embarrassing yourself and you got folks looking at us. And then you had me sitting here waiting. We already talked about this. I do not want to marry you.
We talked about it about a year ago. Come on, now how you want to come
No, let's go. I'm not finna do this with you and you got these folks looking at us like this. Get out my face.
You want me to still record?
Like, no. Stop. I do not want to marry you. You won't hardly work. I didn't even get you to go to church with me.
Baby.
You cut hair in your mama's kitchen. Get
That
out my
doesn't mean
face.
that that's a hustle that I have.
Do you want me to still record?
Baby, listen.
Stop. I do not want to marry you.
Oh my God.
And then you gonna come doing this in Red Lobster.
This is your favorite restaurant, ain't it?
Shut up.
Baby, this is 4 years that we had together.
No, leave me alone. You got these folks following us. Stop. God, please.
Have a good day, guys. Sorry about that. You with them? I apologize.
Well, ladies, this ain't a me thing. This is a y'all thing.
That says so much about her.
What are the blue bees?
Hey, that says a lot about her and who she is as a woman. I'm sorry.
Because here's the thing, right? So prior to her knowing that she was going to be proposed to, she agreed to go on a date. I don't know if it was first, second, or third, but she agreed to go on a date with him. And I'm sure if we at the marriage status is we've been going on pretty frequent of dates. So why?
It sounds like they're together.
It sounds like they're in a relationship.
They're in a relationship, right? So why is it a thing now that he cuts hair in his, in his mom's kitchen? Like, she knows.
That was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because that didn't have nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
That's true.
And what does that say for you as a woman? Because you're dating him.
That's true.
At
least he's trying to marry her. He's not just stringing her along for years and like, oh yeah, you my boo, you my bae. No, he's trying to make moves.
Well,
but so she said, I don't want to marry you. Then why are you with him? What
exactly. What are we doing?
Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell people. Women just be with men for sex too. He probably got some. He probably be grinding.
Well, that's why he could be a B-U-D-D-Y.
That's true.
Gotta be in a relationship,
and that's why we're not going out in public. But he said this was her favorite restaurant. Like he literally tried. He tried.
No, what he did, he tried with the wrong person.
I agree.
And first of all, if he don't, if he ain't,
he picking wrong.
And the fact that this was recorded, you still want me to record?
she like no.
Well, when she said she didn't want to marry you, that should have been his cue to keep it moving.
Yeah.
But you cut hair in your mama's basement. That didn't have nothing.
And now we in public.
That shit wasn't wrong when he was paying for some of the
That's
bills.
what I'm saying.
Exactly. Because you knew what his occupation, whatever that was, consisted of prior to now. So.
What's going on, you all? Well, Blue Beats, we just talking about what would you do. Y'all give us a call 810-560-0658.
Different scenarios.
810-560-0658. There's different scenarios that's going on.
I mean,
Calvin said cancel, take the crab legs and walk left. Now here's the thing. Guys,
there was probably women in that. Oh my God.
I was gonna say, Miles,
guys
in the comments,
not bad.
if you propose to a woman and she say no, is it over? Are you proposing again? Are you talking about why she did not want to at this time? How does that go?
First of all, I would take her through I would vet her out and find out, is she willing to, is she ready to get married? Mm-hmm. And if she ready to get married, is she ready to get married to me?
Gotcha. So do you think before marriage, do you think it's best for the couple to have that talk, or is it good to just be on the surprising part? Because some men just surprise the woman. I feel like that's what ends up saying a no. Sure.
Why are you dating the man then? Just for sex?
No, I would want to get. I'm not talking about me. But I want to get married. Yes.
Like for me, the question is, why are we even dating people? Because the way the world is set up now, you don't have to date people. You can just be a BUDDY, which is wrong with everything that's going on.
That's true.
So my thinking, if you're in a relationship with someone, what is your end goal?
Yeah.
And if that's not the end goal,
then don't even bother. Yeah. Because I feel like there's so many people out here that'll be okay with just the BUDDY status, and we don't even have to get all of the extra stuff involved.
What are y'all spelling?
Buddy.
Okay.
I'm like, what?
What did Tam say?
Tam, hear me out. Thank you, Tam. Hear me out.
She said everybody don't date for marriage, and if she told him already that she don't want to marry you, why would you put yourself in that situation, sir? And that's what I'm saying. Like, if that was his goal,
but he said it was a year ago, and he probably felt out things was going better in the past year.
Right. So you need to have that conversation.
If she said I don't want to marry you, then the next response, do you ever? And if she said no, then walk away. If that's what you wanted.
I know what Todd said.
What'd he say?
What he said. The fact the Red Lobster was her favorite restaurant was a red flag.
Some people can't like seafood.
No, people. That's a bullshit ass restaurant.
That's why I work.
That's bullshit.
Well, it's definitely
Red Lobsters has went down. Yeah,
it's been,
no shade, no tea.
It went down decades ago.
Yeah, it has.
If she say
no, you ain't talking to them.
Yeah, you already knew she was going to say that. Oh, he said.
You know,
but I'm with him. Like she had.
You can kind of gauge how things are going in a relationship and when is a good time to maybe ask and things like. I agree with that.
He set himself up.
You think so?
He did.
He set himself up.
At least he didn't do it in front of a whole bunch of family and friends, because that would have been embarrassing.
Well, he did it in front of a bunch of strangers.
That's true, but I don't have to see them again. I don't have to go back.
But it's now recorded live, so the whole
everybody saw it now.
The whole world is now seeing it. So what's the next one?
That's true.
This is actually pretty fun.
That's true.
I kind of like this. But
I actually like this.
Before we do this, let's go to a station break right quick.
You want to do a break?
Yep. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on Podcastic. And while you at it, share this with a friend. Tell them to go to subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you can, y'all can go to YouTube and watch us, please. Yeah, we'll see y'all in a minute. We'll be right back. Do not leave us unless you're going to YouTube to watch us. All right? We'll be right back.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. We see a bitch, and smack a bitch.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind Show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Okay.
Go to the bathroom.
Hey, y'all, give us a call, 810-560-0658. We having a good time today. Today's Friday. We do what we want to do, but we want to know what would you do. In some of these videos we showing, we just want to know what would you do in those instances.
Yes, what would you do?
What would you do?
If your son was at home.
What would Jesus do? You think
crying all alone.
What would Jesus do? What did
Jesus ain't anybody waste his time.
And I agree with that.
Agree with what?
Things and people change. Just because it's a no today doesn't mean no forever.
I do agree with that.
I agree.
She is a no.
That's why before you walk away, I gotta see. Like, what was the reason?
If she said no at that time, then I would have. Then the next one, do you see it ever in the future? And then I would have, I would have asked that question. But
Blue said Red Lobster giving him free meals off that. He took that much of an L. I think that the least they could do was give him a little biscuit tray. Or something.
They biscuits good, but you can always go to Walmart and make them yourself.
Really?
They sell them at Walmart.
Just make sure you have some water nearby.
Nicole, what up though? Beep beep. She said things and people change just because it's today. Beep.
She definitely just read that.
Beep. I know, but stop it, beep. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with her.
I mean, I agree, but come on now.
I don't know. I agree. I really agree because where I'm at today may not be where I'm at in a few months or a year.
I get that. Like
you spent a whole year with somebody and you still don't see yourself with them.
I don't know. A lot can happen in a year, and a year is really the beginning stages. A year ain't nothing in a game.
Listen,
for real.
A year is nothing, but however,
you still don't completely know a person.
She
in a
with
year.
that man with strictly for sex.
I get it, but you don't know a person just solely in a year.
She with that man for his bones.
I gotta see the difference.
Well, she should have just been a buddy.
Carly,
you on the air.
Good mid-morning.
Good morning, Dorian.
Good morning, Dorian.
How are you guys doing?
Fine, how are you?
Dorian, you should be a newscaster. You say, good mid-morning. I haven't seen the whole thing. Mid-morning. Go ahead, bro.
I'm not at 9:50 this morning.
Right.
Wow. What was... Okay, the one video about the girl, she ain't got no money or something, or she got money and he on his knuckles.
Yeah, that was the 50-50 one.
You should just... Look, if you ain't got no bread, you might as well bounce anyway.
Thank you.
It's all good.
I told him to snatch her wig off.
So how do you
snatch her wig off?
Snatch her wig off.
So how do you?
Or we can make an OnlyFans page.
So you solution based, Dorian.
There you go.
I'm always solution based. I'm always trying to come up with a solution. That's what the Asians, that's what Chinese do. They don't worry about the problem.
They trying to solve
fingers and all of that. They just try to solve the issue. So solving the issue is if she doesn't want to do anything, well, then open up an OnlyFans. You might just put your toes on there or something. Somebody pay for that. I don't know.
Go. I'm with you on that.
What's in good taste?
Snatch her wig off.
Snatch her wig and take the lashes from her.
Okay.
And burn them
take
lashes.
the pictures of the feet.
Because if anything happened to that man physically, she ain't about to have his back.
Yeah. She don't even got hers.
And see, the problem is, this is why sowing your oats is so important.
Here we go with that again.
Listen, get it out your system early and work on yourself and know what type of people that are out here. And the only way you're really going to do all of that is to actually have sex with them. Yeah. Believe it or not, yeah.
Sex and knock a lot of the shit out of the box.
Just be safe with it. That's it.
I want to ask Nicole. Nicole Love, is it safe to talk about our relationship? Because I want to bring up some instances, and you can be contestant to it. If it is, just say yes.
Like a relationship.
You be up and like say,
you was in a relationship?
Me and Nicole, yes.
Nicole, run, girl.
Okay.
Don't even
look. Save yourself.
Save yourself.
He up in the comments say I.
Save yourself.
All in
you
favor.
Text her that. You didn't have to say that.
No.
How she know she want people to know she was with
now
you?
If she say no, then
First
what?
of all, you all know how we was together.
We have to revisit the conversation.
Is Dorian on the? Hey, Dorian.
I would like to say this: we were friends. We were friends first.
So y'all was buddy.
I think that's the best way to start a relationship.
What do you think buddy is?
Oh yeah, we was buddy.
BUDDY.
We was buddy and bad.
Buddy, hey Dorian, your buddy calling you.
Yeah, no, every freaking time I call.
It's okay. I told you he be wanting to say stuff too.
Yes.
No, you don't.
She probably got off the whole thing like, damn it.
Okay, look. Got a
He
blast.
just really hates my neighbor. That's all. It's a neighbor.
It be like that sometimes. I don't feel like he the problem.
So did you see the one when the male boy the son back and he had shoes and he bring him for the other kids?
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
We already know what Dorian gonna say. I don't even know why you asked that question.
I mean, listen. No. He's honestly, listen. Once you fall into that trap, that's your fault. That's what you get for dealing with women with multiple children.
So it has to continue even if she has moved on.
Listen, men don't get. We don't have any. We don't get no respect. It's all our fault if it goes wrong. We don't get no credit when it goes right. Dad has never thanked at the draft. You know what I mean? Mom and God, right? My coach. Everybody except Dad that was throwing the football with you and had to raise someone else's child. You know. So if you're gonna sign up for that, go ahead and see it all the way through. I feel like look, take them all, big dog, or stop nipping these bras and making children that you don't really want. You want yours, but you don't have no plans to stand with the girl. That don't make any sense to me. I don't know. I've just come from a different.
No, I agree with that.
I'm old school with it.
There you go.
Either you damn if you do, damn if you don't. But at the same time, sow your oats, get out here while you're young, learn about yourself, know what you can take care of yourself, because at the second one with the chick, and she talking about 50-50, first of all, Brody, you probably was tricking with her from the get-go.
Yeah.
Taking her out, spending money on her. It's all about setting a precedent. If you just taking her, look, if you just buying her a 6-piece wing snack and you blowing her back out through the bed, that's your relationship. Then you gotta stay there with it. She can't ask for no Ruth's Chris after that. You're gonna have to level up.
She should have got that first.
You see? I'm done eating chicken wings.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Like, when you say it like that.
She like, I don't even want no more biscuits.
You see what, like, when you say it like that.
You've been getting a lot of wing snacks, huh?
I'm going to Ruth first.
Sometimes a 9-piece, sometimes a 12. However he wants to do it with you. I put a little cheese on the fries, chicken fries.
That is so
sad. So sad.
Could have had Ruth's Chris. Brittany, you better put her up on game.
I be trying to, but I'm trying to train this child up.
She do be trying.
I be trying, but they ain't got no chicken on the menu. It's Ruth's Chris. No, ain't no chicken. They got a whole chicken.
Chicken strips. Like, yo, you a cheap date.
I'm about the time, the vibe.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a time and a place to be a cheap date. There is.
Well, see, you know what?
Well, here. Okay.
If y'all just having drinks, you gonna pay for that. Make sure you get the best bottle. That's all.
I don't believe you should be drinking on the first date, though. That's me.
I'm gonna have me a little sippy sip.
Nah. Listen, where you meeting them at? The first date, where the first date got to go?
Baby, we going to Tropical Smoothie and get some ice cream. That's the first thing we doing, because I need to have a conversation and see.
Yeah, that's more normal.
Yeah, I'm going to.
That's a great platonic date.
Then the reason why I say that is because I don't know if I want to waste my time with you later with mediocre conversation. And 2, I don't want dudes to feel like they got played with spending money or anything like that.
Exactly.
So
that's why I typically
let me go.
That's a good courting. That's a good courting.
Yeah, let me see where we at, and if we cool, okay, cool. Now we can go somewhere else and do something.
Then we can get the 6
Well, I don't even really want to eat sometimes on the first date. Like, I want to go I want to go somewhere and see if we can actually have fun.
Something recreational.
Because I want to kind of see how you treat people when we out. Like, I'm looking at stuff like that.
Sex is better on an empty stomach, right?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, I mean, probably because life is better on an empty stomach. You more in tune with things.
Oh, okay.
You are.
That's great.
That's why people be better when they're fasting. But again, I mean, that's me. Like, that's how I like to feel people out.
Even if a guy got good intentions, he wants something.
Of course. That's the whole purpose of you wanting to come to me.
Every man that you encounter that wants to talk to you, he wants to slay you, because men date from the bottom. We like you from the bottom.
I ain't gonna lie, Dorian. I don't want to slay her. I want to devour her.
You talking about your girl?
Nothing about period. That's what I'm gonna do.
You know, look, Miles is trying to take their mind. He's trying to soul take.
That's why you gotta be careful because they be trying to take your soul out here. You gotta
don't be trying to give it back.
Limits.
Okay,
that's why y'all need to go watch Sinners.
I give it back. It might not be that night, but I give you a soul.
No, but I'm just saying,
Suck
like,
your forehead in. That's all.
There you go.
Suck your forehead in. Why did I just think of a Capri Sun pouch?
Exactly.
Suck your forehead in, and then y'all gonna be paying for the dates. That's how Miles.
Okay, we ain't doing.
He ain't dirty macking. He boss playing. That's what we call being a boss.
He
bossing up. He cracking that. He breaking you through the bed.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he driving your car. Damn. That's how that happens.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta have a car.
Look, you doing podcasts and stuff for him. You dig? That's how that works. Put content out. Everyone overcomplicates this stuff. It's very simple. If you're single, you got to have a strategy, and you got to love on yourself too. Now, like Brittany says, she wants to court. I want to fill you out. Well, he wants to fill you up.
Yeah, well,
okay.
I mean, I feel like that's every guy's intention.
The
at
reason
some
why
point.
you, like you said, have a strategy because I already know what you want.
Yeah, but it's what you gonna do to get it.
None of your business.
You want a relationship?
None of your business. What I want.
Yes, I would like a nice relationship.
Hey Nicole, I just went on YouTube to check out what you had left by then, I guess.
That's it.
So we were talking
She
about
back on here. She said yes.
Yeah, she back on here. So she had a child when I met her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And love him to death, still to this very day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I just think people, when you're in a relationship with other people, and it was a struggle with me and her because she caught me in my first stage of my group exchange again, freaky. Like when I remember I told you when I was first when Tupac came here, I had owed for rent, right? With Tupac, I was supposed to got $5,000. Tupac fucked that up. The only reason I went up to Club International like, I got to see this nigga, and I rolled up on him like, hey dog, I don't know about you, but I owe for some bills. She was on my head about them bills. She did not play. You know what I mean? But she also knew what I was doing. She was also a big supporter of mine too. She came up down to every show. You feel me? What'd you say?
Didn't
kind of like a group.
No, she wasn't a group. But that was my, she was my lady at the time. But she was more than a friend at the time. By that
That's
time,
what I sound like. Didn't it?
You sure did, Tim.
By that time, we should have had about 14 babies. But anyway, not saying she aborted any. I don't know. She's slick.
Miles, this conversation is getting longer and longer.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, a woman needs to support a man when he have a vision.
Yeah, no acrimony.
You know that. Shut up.
And actually, she would do at this point in time. She would have she done a lot for me. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And she didn't mind, and being a supportive person because again, she seen how I treated her son.
So this is the what would you do scenario. Okay, I'm just trying to tie it in.
Okay.
You know,
what would you do? What's in your wallet?
Get me to 7 years.
She's in the comments.
Oh wow!
Doing like, be right back. Gotta go. Gotta go to the
She's in the
comments.
Dorian with all the smoke. He ain't wake up, but that's what I said. No,
Dorian like, pew.
I only talk like this. I only talk like this because I am off the map.
Right.
Okay.
That's cute.
And plus, she used to help me. I mean, if I had to get to the studio, mind you, I didn't drive till I turned 30.
You like, mind you.
Yeah, I mean, because
that's real. Yeah, she loved you.
So
she picked you up.
She was being supportive in that situation.
Yeah, she picked him up. She loves him.
I'm just trying to see where we going.
She supported me all the way. She supported me in a lot of things.
She just got fed up with supporting you. Why do we end?
Or y'all just better off as friends?
No, we had I forgot how she started
Nicole,
going through things.
Let's keep the good of the story.
Nicole, what happened?
She started going through things, and I started going through things.
Nicole, okay.
What would you do?
Say Nicole gonna be like, life, just life. That's me. Life happened. That's how you sum it up.
Yeah, but she's being supportive.
So she was a real one.
She definitely was a real one.
That's real.
So she was the one that got away.
Yeah.
Sounds like that was the one that got away.
I think we got away from each other.
Good answer. Good answer.
No, sounds like she got away from you.
How many females have you ever encountered that you be like, damn, like Nicole? you'd be like, damn, she was. I should have kept her.
Five.
That's tough.
I got about 4 or 5.
Five.
I got about 4 or 5.
Y'all didn't drop the bag on that.
That's what I said. That's so tough, Dorian.
Look, I just my ex just called me last night.
I got you, Nicole.
What she said?
My ex-girlfriend from 25 years ago hit me up last night, and she was one of my better girlfriends. I only had 4 girlfriends, right?
Most people only have.
And out of all the ex-girlfriends, well, all of them been married. Every last one. It could have been me. And she dumped me, ended up with her baby daddy, who was crazy. It was just some other stuff. Now she a nurse in Florida. But she called me to help her sister. Remember the shooting that happened over here off of 7 Mile in Biltmore a couple days ago? Well, that's her niece. A girl shot them boys.
Wow.
Right. So she's like, I know you're no lawyer. Well, I had to look. So I dropped her one of my clients. I'm like, yo, he a criminal lawyer. Drop my name. He'll holler at you. You know what I'm saying? This is for her sister, you know. But one of the best ex-girlfriends I ever had. You know, like we still got a great relationship. We cool. She married a Jamaican dude. He in the Army he in the Marines or something like that. But at the end of the day, she was one of the ones that got away.
Wow. Okay.
It be like that sometimes.
She pushing Range Rovers right now. She's a fucking nurse. Damn it.
Boy,
and I had another one that was like...
Wipe yourself off, nigga. No, wipe yourself off.
Because you having a whole reminiscing over here. We know what you would have done.
Like you say, about good 4 or 5 of them. But you know what? When you find that one, you know, you figure like, you know what? I'm done with the game.
Yeah.
I'm done with the game. That's why I say I can talk like this because I'm out of it. I feel sorry for all you.
He like, okay, that's enough.
Look, y'all shimmin' I'm gonna pray for you, God dang it. Just Lord have mercy. I gotta go through so much because it wasn't. Miles will tell you, it wasn't this hard back in the day. That's how he can go through 4 or 5.
Yeah,
it was simple. We didn't have social media. You didn't have someone constantly feeding your mind full of crap on a 30-second clip.
Yeah, now's the worst time to try to get some ass. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I work.
And here's why, because of them videos, them damn videos we watch. Hey, let's go to the next one. Matter of fact.
Yes, thank you, Dorian.
Thank you, Nicole, for
Thanks, Dorian.
Thank you, Nicole.
You too. Hey, thank you.
Hey, Miles, look. I'm gonna want to try to come on there Tuesday morning.
All right,
okay, pull up on
with Lakey Lake.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, I'll let you know the topic too, Dorian.
Lake and Dorian. Oh my God.
Okay. That's the show.
You know, look, I told you she might be my cousin.
Oh,
I thought
you did say that. You did say that.
My mama time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure
I thought
it
we
out.
already made that discovery.
Yeah, crazy.
All right, then, Dorian.
You have a great weekend.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
And that's crazy. She said he was broke with the vision, and I think that's what friends are about. And the truth is, dig this. I used to tell people never knew I was broke. And
she did.
I mean, I was with her.
Yeah, so she knew.
Yeah, but you notice how when I said devouring, you see what she put down.
She just said laugh out loud.
Yeah,
But she just laughed.
Yeah, no, she ain't
that doesn't mean anything. She didn't say anything. She just laughed. It could be a very sarcastic laugh.
Yeah, that's like beyond belief. That's
in my mind, it's sarcastic.
Okay. I make him tell.
So she's like,
in my mind, it's being sarcastic. What's the video? Say LOL.
I make him tap out. Anyway,
say LOL.
That's why she laughed.
Oh, that's why she laughed. Okay.
She laughed.
Ooh, she got a good point though. She said, "Why wait until you dead to choose the right one when you all washed up?" Oh. Exactly.
Clock it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she has a good point because
she has a great point.
She has a wonderful point because now y'all want a nurse.
Exactly.
When y'all could have had y'all purses out here, but now you want to come to me while you all washed up, can't do nothing, don't do nothing, don't want to do nothing, can't
after
even.
You done had all your fun.
Okay. After you didn't sold all
allegedly.
Your oats. Now you got all these kids out here. Now your body broke down.
Now you got all these seeds.
Now you want to be bothered with me. Get on. Next. What's the video?
What's the video? Let's go.
What's the video? My body's broke down before I even sold all my oats.
Let's go.
Where's the video?
Let's make some oatmeal.
Quaker. Okay, bye.
No, we ain't buying. We
not buying, but
watch the video, y'all.
Nobody's talking to you. You're not going to prom. I said what I said.
I said what I said. I'm going to prom, and this house is boring as hell, so I can do what I want.
Okay, well, you're going to be outside living homeless. That's what you're going to be. That's what you're going to be doing. You kick her out the room.
She want to go to prom, you going to kick her out?
It's not her. Yes, I am. And I will kick you out, too.
You don't kick me out.
Okay, well, stay in the child's place. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Aaliyah. You can get off the phone and you can tell whoever you're talking to that you're not going to prom, because I'm not paying for nothing, because I already said you're not going.
Yes, you always spend some money.
Okay, what you gonna wear?
I'm gonna wear a dress and you gonna buy it.
I'm not buying shit. I'm not buying nothing for you. I'm not buying no prom dress. I'm not getting your hair done. I'm not getting your makeup done. I'm not doing none of that shit. This is not your prom here. You are not going to no damn prom.
Okay, so if I'm already paid, I'm not gonna waste all that money for nothing.
Okay, well, you better go tell the school that you want back a refund, because I already told you you're not going to prom.
Take refund.
Stay out of it. Do you go to her school?
Yes, I do. Well, no, I'm not.
Oh, exactly. So stay over there.
That whole family sound retarded. Go on there. Get
So
off that phone.
what I need
Get
y'all
off
to
the
do
phone.
is call the attorney and figure out what my bail bond would be, because I'm already going to jail. Who you even talking to?
Yeah.
You should be so afraid to even talk back to me that I'm not going back and forth.
And cussing?
I'm the adult.
Yes.
Have you lost
She
your
said
mind?
hell. It's technically a cuss
Hell
word. For a
is in the
kid,
mind. Hell
they
is in the
shouldn't
mind.
say
Your
it.
mind?
Listen, them girls would have their ass whooped.
Yeah.
I don't understand. See, black people need to go back to whooping these kids.
Exactly, because the fact that she had to go back and forth that long, we would have been whooped. The conversation would have been over.
Even if I thought about talking back, what you say?
Okay.
Nothing.
Right, there you go.
Don't slam the door too loud.
I said it under my breath. I'm about to go write a letter to you and not send it to you, but I'm going to write this letter saying how much I can't
when
stand
she
you.
said, you better get out that foam, I was done.
Say that's it. That's how you knew something.
The fact that she was recording, y'all wouldn't even, all y'all would have heard it.
Okay, the phone would have went down.
All y'all would have heard.
And you would have saw the background.
That's all y'all would have heard. Y'all would have been like, oh my God, would y'all call the cops?
That was
woman
so
over there killing her
disrespectful.
kids.
And I'm sure it's a good reason why the mom don't want her to go to prom.
Mom, stop! She's hurting me.
No, they would have been able to talk. They'd be like,
baby, you wouldn't have heard. You wouldn't.
But here's the thing:
the fact that she had to agreeing with y'all is pissing me off right now.
No, but the fact that she had to match their energy.
Exactly, ladies.
Yeah, Nicole know what it was. That's a good woman right there.
Yes,
Y'all
the
be
fact that
dropping
she
the
had
ball
to
on us.
match the energy was crazy.
I'm not matching no energy with no child.
And that's what she did. She did not stand strong. She was just like, I'm not buying you. Like, she started to very much match the energy.
Paige is 6. She just my niece. She already know. She be trying it. I just do a little look.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Sit down.
Well, I'm not
Brittany
gonna lie.
said, I ain't about to even mess with Auntie
Because that's
Brittany.
all you need.
What did I say?
That's all we had. All we had was a look.
I shouldn't have to repeat myself.
All I had to do was call Puda like Puda. Get up, go to school.
Baby.
If I gotta come get you, it's gonna be a problem. Or you can go ahead and get on that bus. I don't give a, you go Uber to school. But by the time I get off my podcast and they find out you're not, we're gonna have a problem.
Send help.
My granny does that though. Like when all the when the kids getting out of control,
Yeah.
she be like, "I'm about to call Auntie Brittany."
Yeah,
baby,
Get them in
I
line.
just be on speaker.
Okay.
What? Well, Auntie Brittany, she did this and she did. I said, I'll be over there in 2 minutes.
Okay, don't worry.
Baby, get over there. The whole just
Y'all
be
done woke up the big bad
Okay.
mouth.
I don't play.
Dr.
Kel, who's your best friend? And he said no father in the home.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely want no father in the home. With
It
that
can't
one.
be.
That's true, Tam.
I don't know if I'm more scared of my mom or more scared of my dad.
You see, it was a collection of both.
I don't know which one I'm scared of.
It was a healthy fear. It was a fear like I'm not gonna do
I'll
this.
be honest, I'm probably more afraid of my
know what's gonna
dad
happen.
more than my mom.
It's probably his voice.
No,
Yeah, it's just the presence.
Just him.
Well, me and him got into it one time.
He's like, I lost that.
I told him, I said, I ain't never talked to you.
Yeah,
ever again.
yeah. Hey,
I
Dad.
had called my mom and she was like, she is not a boy.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
She was like, what did you do? I said, I snatched from him or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll do it. What?
Baby.
Puda got
I'm probably
kicked in
more
the chest
afraid of
with
my
all that
dad.
before.
Yeah, I
was
snatched at him.
So you like,
See?
But you know, I was going through my teenage phase.
Yeah,
so
you
I
was
was
feeling yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
And
Pooh didn't even get to teenage. She got to like 9.
Listen.
I told her, that was my last time I told her.
That'll do it.
And it was a wrap.
I don't play with my daddy, but I know where to hurt him though, so I won't do that. But I know how.
Pooh told her mama like, why you don't treat me like you treat your daddy? She's like, it's my daddy.
Yeah,
she's like,
daddy's is different. But my mom, she almost tried to jump on me one time for coming in the house late.
Yeah, because we're not playing that.
I was with my boyfriend. As soon as I came in the house, she kicked me right there.
Because we're not playing that.
What was you doing? Like,
where you at?
On my way home. Like, my parents almost.
Yeah.
That's my best friend. What are you talking about?
That's why I was trying to see who.
Oh, well, Cal, when you say that's my best friend,
call in.
Listen, I was afraid of my parents.
Yeah, I was too.
But not in the sense.
And
that
it's still stuff that I won't do today.
Yeah,
it's still stuff.
Well,
that
I'm a little more. I say more and do more now.
Yeah, but it's still some stuff that I'm not
gonna go too far.
I'm not too much.
Shout out to Calvin, Dr. Calvin T. Man, yesterday for the draft party.
Yes, not too much.
It was nice. I don't understand what drafting was about, so I had to talk to him. He was giving me some man tips, like, hey,
no pun intended.
Anyway, so he was just letting me know. I was like, so Cal, do they know how much they gonna get paid when they get drafted? You know what I mean? Because they be smiling too much. You know what I mean?
I mean, they in the NBA. That's somebody called me for the draft in Hollywood. Yeah, I'll be smiling too.
Okay.
Sure.
So you didn't know what to pay like. You like?
No, but they got me in Hollywood. This is where I've been working all my life.
Stay for this.
No, I'm with Calvin. You right. We would have all been dead.
Well, that's a good point. She said, I'm sorry, Calvin Mann said she probably has been manipulated since the child. And I'm guessing we're referring to the mom.
No, I'm thinking referring to the oldest daughter because listen what she said. She said she paid for her stuff. The oldest girl paid for her stuff. She wouldn't go to prom. She paid for going to prom.
Yeah.
The mom would probably found something on her phone or some stuff like that.
I was say it's a reason why the mom.
Well, Tim said a child getting that old and having the nerve to say this to their mom means a failure in parenthood started a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And or here's, I'm not gonna say failure. What I'm gonna say is sometimes it's sad to say, but as a single parent mother, them children become their best friends.
That is true.
And they start to talk to them
like they friends.
Like they friends.
Yeah, but you can't do that too early.
Of course you cannot, but however you can't say that to a grieving parent. You don't know what are they
grieving?
I mean, you don't know. You
they don't
know
have that other partner there,
and they could have lost, or she could have lost her parents.
Okay, grieving of the
period of life. Carly on there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody?
Fine. How are you?
Oh my God! Oh, this is the proper doc. This is the Dr. Calvin T. Man.
So.
Thank you.
It's funny. I just got out of a meeting, but I was in sharing what I mean by my best friend. We have too many black women saying that they're best friends with their daughters.
Oh yeah.
As a defense mechanism to kind of, it's a defense mechanism where because of the absence of the man. So there's only so much coddling she's going to do with the daughter because she knows better. And meanwhile, the boy is being destroyed in that regard, which then that's a bad piece. And the other part was if the father was involved, there would be none of that, right? Because the dad would say, a healthy father would say, first of all, who are you talking to?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So that conversation is going to change immediately there. Right there. And
yeah, especially when the dad said.
Right. The second thing is we have gotten away from the order of understanding, like Brittany was sharing. She don't know if she's scared of her mother or father because the father is backing the mother's decision.
Yes, at 100%.
If the mother says, no, you can't go to the prom, the father is going to say,
you heard your mom.
You can't go to the prom.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Right?
Yeah.
Simple as that. But that's in a healthy household. Mm-hmm. In a divided household, the mother is going to say why she can't go to the prom. Right? And in a household that doesn't have the male in the house, she's going to say what you saw that woman say, but more importantly, you have to give her credit for putting her foot down although it's late, because this should have been established early on, you still have to give her credit for saying, I'm not paying for nothing. And you're not going to the prom. So what she has to be careful of is this generation of kids seem to think that they going to kill the parent just for saying no. These kids cannot understand the word no.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Relationships, a lot of women cannot understand the word no.
Ooh, it's so painful.
A lot of boys, a lot of kids cannot take the word no. But the funny thing, and I really have to say this, Shannon Sharp cannot take the word
no. Come on,
sometimes you gotta tell him no.
He like, so you telling me no? No, that ain't gonna go down like that. No, come on, Skip. Say yes.
That's wild work. Why do we even get him started?
Now that impersonation, I'll let you have.
I was just saying, why?
I'll let you have that one.
That's crazy. Shannon Sharp can't accept the word no neither.
I'm gonna be honest, that is a hard word sometimes to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's hard when you
especially as a female.
Yes.
So I mean, females,
not gonna lie,
because females, y'all like to lie to yourself a lot. You know what I mean?
What?
Everything. Yeah, look, you never saw a man wear some shoes in the club and knowing they too small, but he got some slides and then put on 5 minutes.
Well, y'all
I don't
doing
want his
wrong
shoes
by
being
not
too
bringing
big
y'all
either.
slides.
And I don't like women who wear shoes too big for their feet.
But
and I don't like their feet hanging over on the slat.
But y'all lie to yourselves. When y'all lie to yourselves, so we know y'all gonna lie to us.
No, I gotta go for comfort.
I gotta understand what we lying about.
You gotta lie about a lot of stuff.
Like what?
Y'all size.
Of what?
Y'all age.
We don't lie. We just don't have to tell y'all.
Okay. Good answer.
Bullshit. Thank you for calling in, Cal.
Thank you, Cal.
Listen, the whole thing is y'all be lying to yourself.
I've heard
all the time.
Mm-hmm. I don't fall out over a no, but I will negotiate.
I feel like that's good skill. That's good communication skills if you're able to negotiate.
I would negotiate a no. I'd be like, so.
And tell me I wasn't finished when you say, and that's a failure. I can just picture and that's a failure. I can just picture it.
Don't do my Tam telling tales.
No,
don't do my Tam telling tales.
I'm a Tam tell. I'm a tell Tam
you can't
something
even do
else.
it. It's Tam telling tales.
I'm gonna tell Tam something different.
Say that's not it.
And that's it. Period.
Listen, ladies, negotiate your no. All right, be willing to negotiate,
or at least see why the reasoning behind
negotiate your no.
Negotiate your, because here's the thing.
Yeah,
if the man is saying
negotiate.
I'm saying like if the man is saying no, he's saying no for a reason.
Yeah,
right. So my thing is the no because of not right now.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm. But
both y'all said it at the same time.
Yes, I can deal with not right now.
Y'all need to stop talking to each other outside the podcast.
I ain't even talking to Chanie all week.
It's been a minute.
It's been a whole week since we talked.
Y'all seen each other Wednesday.
My heart,
but we
don't matter
outside of this arena.
Yeah, it's different.
But what I'm saying, if he says no, I can deal with a no, not right now, or okay, cool. But you mean no, as in like?
What'd you just say? Cool.
Yeah, cool.
No, you said cool.
But I say that.
Okay.
Sherry, do I not say that?
So she got it from you. Okay.
I mean, cool.
Cool.
Do I not say that, Chanie? Chanie, no.
Cool.
So what I'm saying is,
it's some shit crazy.
If he's saying no forever, then we have to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
But it depends on the no.
Exactly.
I understand, but
for a reason.
Ladies, negotiate your no.
Yes.
Just negotiate.
That's it. That's all.
Okay.
Well, let's check out this next
Don't
video.
Fight, negotiate.
All right. No.
Or do both. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't fight, negotiate. But your negotiation can be very passionate.
Just kidding. Wanted to see what y'all still tuning in.
A lot of black eyes gonna be.
You can have a very passionate negotiation.
Oh yeah, you. All right, let's go to the next video. Negotiate, ladies. Yeah, please.
Here.
I'm here to drop her off at the party.
Man, why are you here? I told you I don't want no dealings, no obligations, nothing. You had me thinking that this girl was mine for 6 years.
This ain't got nothing to do with her. This
what
between
you mean? This
me
ain't got
and
nothing to do
you.
with her. So it ain't had nothing to do with my pockets either then for the last 6 years.
You are the only father she know. You've been her daddy for 6 years. Don't take this out on her.
I ain't taking it out on her.
I already talked to Dawn, and Dawn said it's okay for her to come to the party.
You're supposed to be my blood.
It don't matter. I invited her. The only reason I'm here is because Dom said I could drop her off.
Y'all gotta go. You, her, and your brother gotta go.
Come up, my baby. This ain't got nothing to do with her. You're not about to take this out on my baby. That ain't right.
Look, bro, I ain't with this,
It's
bro.
my house. I told
I
you.
ain't messing with that party, man. Y'all
My
tripping,
baby
bro.
wanted her to come.
Y'all need to leave.
Hey, don't talk to my
We're
sister.
not
Bro,
going
you need to
nowhere.
leave. You need to leave, bro. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to leave. Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave.
For the baby.
What did the baby say? You ain't my daddy anyway.
I mean, she just sitting up there looking like, what's going on? I feel bad for the baby.
I feel bad for the baby too. But I just want to know how that mother looked, though.
She's just trying to figure.
Well, Calvin, I'll be rebellious. That's why my no is for someone else. Because you seem like you just like to say no.
It's like for no reason.
Yes.
So you're not even justifying why you're not saying no.
It's only 2 ways, 3 ways a woman
He like,
can
'cause I
justify negotiate me.
Yes, he don't even know what my no would be for.
I don't care, but you need to negotiate or negotiate.
Negotiate. Put that on the shirt.
Negotiate.
Yeah. Anywho,
I'm gonna get what I want
at the end of the day.
Listen.
Anywho,
so
the video. I love the video. I still feel like the child should be invited.
The child, I think the guy. I
know he's hurt.
He's probably more than hurt because you got to realize he probably been on child support.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Tap them pockets.
He said them pockets.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I mean, you never know his license probably got to. It's a lot of
probably
stuff.
some stuff
He
that
never really had
happened.
him. He looked like one that didn't have him.
That's a tough situation.
He's so
though.
disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Sorry.
I think it's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the little
that's
kid
a
should
hard
still be
baby.
invited. This may be fresh for him,
But I think
so he may need time to process.
the family should respect.
I don't think the family should respect that he's there now.
But at the end of the day, they looking at it from the child perspective. This don't have nothing to do with the two adults. The child.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
the sister should have said like, I don't think it's a good idea to bring her to the birthday party.
Yeah.
However, I will pick her up and Felicia and us, we'll go out and we'll do our own little thing.
That's respectful.
Because especially if you know that dude's gonna be there.
Yeah, but the kids probably grew up together, so that's why I don't feel like you should break up that dynamic.
It don't matter. They didn't spend the night away from each other for a minute.
Yeah, but it's a birthday party. I'm expecting to see expecting to,
Kids are resilient.
Yeah.
I think it was best to kind of just break it off, just because it's too much.
Yeah,
and that little girl knows, like,
and then
that's not.
He would have killed that lady and her brother.
And that's not. What? And to be honest, it's really not her father.
That's true.
It's not.
I mean, that's the reality.
Yeah. So you don't. So you don't feel like he should have to because she's not his.
It's not my responsibility. That is not my child.
But for 6 years, you've grown the heck of a bond with that.
4 years.
I thought it said 4. Was it 6? Hold on, but I see the longer version. He said, baby, I'm sorry, I'm doing this in front. He was very apologetic.
And I think, honestly, I think he should have had a conversation with the baby and left it at that, and he did his part. But that at the end of the day, that is not his responsibility. That's not his child, and it's doing more damage for the baby than anything.
Yeah.
So the mother was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's at this point. She'll get over it.
I mean,
eventually.
If Nicole's still on the line, she was in a situation like with a person who was around her son first. As I was around, he still was around, right? And it was a situation where her son got on the back of her. He called him Dad and called him my name. He said, "I love you, Doc." And his father, he was like, "Oh, okay, time to get down." You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's too much. So she had to deal with certain situations too, because her son was like, "Okay, like I made a mistake." You know what I mean? And he was like, I'm sorry." He didn't mean. He said, "I love you, Uncle Doc," and he didn't mean to say that to his dad. You know what I mean? It was just that he been around me. I mean, he's around me 24/7, and at that particular point, he felt some type of way.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was being childish because I was still a kid.
You're still childish.
I am. I was still a kid though. You know what I mean? I think
you're still a kid.
Yeah, I am. Sometimes some things never change.
So
but no, but at that time though, but I ain't gonna lie, Nicole handled it pretty well.
That's good.
Well, she sounds like a grown woman.
Well, but she was raised by a good mother. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And you can see that it shows.
Yeah. Okay.
Next video.
Plus, she got one of the big old booties too. I like big booties. Anyway,
next video.
Yeah, we go to the next video.
Your woman got more than one baby daddy. She's trash.
Yeah, she's trash.
She's trash.
She's trash.
She's trash.
Yeah.
You let multiple men.
I didn't say it. You heard it from
you let your womb be populated by multiple men. You're trash. And you don't deserve a ring. And that's just the truth.
Oh!
I'm sorry. And if you get one, congratulations. There's a man that loves you. But in reality, what real man, not a simp, but a real man, will settle for a woman who let different men.
Oh shit, you done ruffled some feathers. Yeah, she a hoe. No, I'm joking. Well, since she put it like that,
I mean, she said what she said. She said what she said.
So she ain't say just because you have sex with multiple men. She said just.
She said you have to
multiple baby fathers.
Procreating is the issue. Not having multiple.
And I think some women just don't want to hear the harsh truth about that. So they want to make up excuses and things like that.
I don't have any kids, but just hearing that, it's like, dang, like that did kind of hit.
Well, just for a bunch of reasons too. Like I said, men are depositing into women.
That's true.
And that's why I don't get with the whole sleeping around thing, because you're the one that's getting deposited into. Exactly. Like he throwing things. Like that's how I look at it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he dumping into you.
I mean,
that's true.
You always say men don't pour.
No, Miles, I'm not. Look, I'm being for real.
Okay,
but I'm saying like, all right, my bad. That's what's happening to your body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the one that's why that thing is getting loosey goosey and having wears and tears and all. Because you letting everybody up in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you need to value a little bit more of what's going on.
I agree with that
in the process and what your womb is.
No, I agree with that. But what I was going to say is, I don't feel like it should disqualify the woman from getting a ring, though. Why? Because I feel like like she said, not a simp but a good man will accept a woman with a kid love that kid as their own.
I don't think a good man is going to put up with that.
I don't agree with that. Because he can genuinely love the mom and know that they're a package deal and grow love for the kid.
If you had one baby father with multiple children with one baby father, that is a different scenario.
How? It's still multiple kids.
Because he could have passed.
Yes.
It does. I mean, but the kids are still here though.
That's not what she said. She said you have multiple baby fathers.
Yes.
If you have,
and kids are coming from each situation.
I don't think you listening. Just listen. Just hold on. Mm-hmm. If there's a woman who had 3 children by one man, she is very deserving of having another man. That man could have easily passed away. He could have gotten sick. They could have been in a divorce.
Yeah. Because she don't have the multiple guys.
Yes, she's talking about having, that says you got 7 kids with 5 baby fathers.
7 kids, that's 489 million sperm cells.
So you saying a chick with 7 kids with 5 baby daddies should get the good man that's working hard?
That's subjective, because if he because he knows what he's getting. No, because he knows what he's getting into. If he decides to go that route and really love that woman, let him do what he's gonna do.
So here's one thing I learned. So you ready for this, Chanie? As a man who did so,
I mean, how are we gonna get mad because of who he wants to love?
No, first of all, a man don't want to love a woman who.
You think good men are? You obviously don't know the definition
because a good man can have more than one mother of his child.
Chanie, a man do not want to be with a woman who have multiple fathers with children.
That's what I think you're missing.
Like if a man, listen, one, that's too many personalities. That's one. I know a chick right now, she asked me one time, why I can't find a man. I said, you got 5 children. And then when you tell
That's
me,
what I said. I don't think that should disqualify her.
Then she got 5 fathers.
That's the difference.
Now 5 times 5 plus 5 in her. That's 11 different personalities when you walking into a motherfucking room.
Put it like this.
And birthdays is inconvenient.
I believe everybody is deserving of love.
Wow, word.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that they don't deserve that. I don't know if I said it, but if I did, I'll take it back. I'm not going to say that they don't deserve love. What I'm saying is maybe with the type of love that they're looking for from a particular man that they might have in mind, that might not be it.
That may
so
not
it
be
might look a little, it might look a little different.
Okay,
but you seen us? You speaking in your silent voice? Go ahead.
She like, when do I yell?
That might be a little different.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is it's the multiple men that you decided to have children with. I don't think you understand. You don't have kids yet.
Yeah.
And I don't really think you understand, like, when you create with someone, like, you thought enough of this person to be the father of your children. And now the baby is inheriting everything of the father, their personality, different type of traits and stuff like that. Like, you're inheriting the father. So this is the man, how he thinks, how he moves, what he does. This is what you decided to have a baby by.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. I don't like you should just...
And they wondering why the kids acting the way they act. It's like, well, look at the daddy.
And they be like,
look at the father.
And they be like, so this is who you call your king? You know
I would say Nicole said yes, she really needs a good man. A good man wants to be needed. She shouldn't be disqualified.
There you go.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she should be disqualified.
Yeah.
I just think maybe her definition of
that's why I said that good man may come in and change her whole trajectory.
He might have multiple children.
Exactly.
But don't be looking for the one that don't have all the kids.
Yeah. But he may just want to be a man's. You know what I'm saying? A man.
Don't be looking for the one that you feel like he about to come and just.
He may change up the game for her.
He ain't gonna change no damn game for when we got 5 kids. He ain't.
Because now we have to go into age.
You don't have to go into age.
Yeah, because all kids may not even be in the house.
So you know that show will Pop the Balloon when they be asking the dudes be like, how many kids?
Yeah.
And the next question be how many fathers?
Yes.
And then they'll pop.
And then they'll pop.
Well, yeah, that's what they doing. I agree. It's happening.
Listen.
I just don't feel like a good man can't love a good woman if she have 4 or 5 baby daddy.
Here's where I agree with Miles when he say women be lying to themselves. Because here's the lie.
Okay.
Right? You're not a man. So you don't know what he thinks about when it comes to providing.
I get it.
You're not a man.
I get it.
You don't understand the responsibility that man
But I said a man could. He could very well want to still love.
Chanie, anybody can do whatever they want to do.
Exactly.
So that's not even the question.
Because it's free will.
That's not what we're talking about here.
Calvin said, remember what I said, Shed? We can choose to do anything we want. Nobody is exempt from consequences, though. The consequences and trade-off might be a ring in a marriage that may never come.
I don't think she getting that part.
So the trade-off. I don't think you're the trade-off with what? Him staying with her,
him coming to marry her and take care of all of these people.
Yeah, the trade-off of being in a relationship.
So would you?
That's what I said. Like staying with her.
So would you want a man with 7 kids and 5 different baby mamas?
No, but
so why should he?
It's different. No, I just said some men would want to.
Why should he?
To Nicole's point, men like to feel needed. If they don't feel needed, they don't feel like they're of value. They're of importance.
Well, that man sounds like he's going to be used.
Yes,
it's good to be used, but not misused.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why would
don't
you
ask me shit now.
Why would you want to be with a man that has multiple baby mothers?
If I had kids, I would definitely be willing to look at the situation a little bit differently. Considering
you didn't answer the question. You don't have children.
Correct.
So you're answering this as a woman who does not have children, who you are now. Why wouldn't you want to date a man who has multiple baby mothers?
Because
and he's a good man.
Right. Because right now I don't have any.
So that's all it is.
Yeah.
A selfish reason.
No, that's not selfish.
But he's a good man, and he loves you, and he provides for you, and he does all these things for you, and he wants to marry you, and he wants to give you your $40,000 wedding, and he wants to, you know,
and the $40,000 wedding,
have these children with you. Why don't you want them?
And he only lives 10 minutes away.
Yeah,
that's good.
And why don't you want them?
Because right now it depends on the age too.
Why don't you want?
Because
him?
I don't have any.
So it's only about the kids.
I don't have any kids right now.
So
for me looking for a guy with kids right now, it wouldn't be a thing. If I had kids and he had kids, maybe I wouldn't have an issue with it. Even, you know, because you said that he's able to provide and he loves me and all of this and all of that.
So why should a man who doesn't have kids be bothered with a woman who has multiple baby
that may not bother him? He may not care that he don't have kids. He may just really love her and be like, you know what? I rock with you. I rock with your kids. I want to be around, even though I don't have any.
You know what that sound like?
A lie.
It happens. A lie.
Listen.
It happens. It happens.
What's good for the goose? What does they call it? What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah.
So it ain't good for her, but it's good for him.
I think, ladies, if you got a man who enters your life, you got a bunch of children, and he don't have none, be careful.
That's all I would say.
Okay.
He sounds like a pedophile.
Why we gotta take it there, though?
That's questionable.
He sound like a predator.
Listen, I think everybody. I just want to put it out there.
I wouldn't take it that far,
everybody
but I get it.
is deserving of love.
I agree.
I don't think she should be disqualified, but I do think that the options aren't as big as she would like for them to be.
That's why I word. I hate the word love. Fall into purpose.
Don't get mad at it because God talks about it.
Yes, but he have a purpose on why he talks about love.
Okay, well.
Thank you. So the whole thing.
Well, everybody deserves a purpose.
So that's it.
To love.
I believe everybody should love if you're going to love with a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, I don't see myself growing with nobody who have 5 children. I wouldn't.
If they were all by the same man,
that's a different story.
Yeah,
and that's how I said this way by saying, man, them children gonna have some form of discipline.
Yeah,
and sometimes children with discipline, though, it's crazy. Children with discipline are some of the hardest ones to break them, even for you to love.
Yeah, because they discipline.
For them to love you.
Yeah.
Because you're not their daddy.
Yeah.
And trust me, I done ran a couple across. They're like, you're not my daddy. And then when all of a sudden they be like, excuse me.
Right. Can I have because they need you right after.
The nicest thing, I ain't gonna lie, the last relationship I was in, we had a child. We getting the finger right now.
From who? Oh,
Chanie,
I thought she was giving us the real finger.
No.
Oh no, she said, "Where is that?" She looked up like, "Where? What is she doing?"
I thought she was being disrespectful.
When baby girl came to me and said, "Hey," when baby girl
She's
came
like,
to me,
"Where is it at?"
I came home for lunch one day. She said, "Hey, what's up, pops?" I was like,
it melted your little heart.
Yeah.
She called me Pops.
Yeah, that's so real.
Her mom was like, did she just call you Pops? I was like, yeah. So she had a talk with her. Like,
she mean Pops as in like grandpa?
No, fuck you. Okay,
I was gonna say, so it's cool for you to say it, but I can't get a finger.
You really had got out of line there with that move.
Sorry.
Thank you. Go on.
Sorry.
Tell your story.
The hell with you, Brittany. But no, this was almost like 18 years ago. But no.
Oh, me and Chanie, we were here.
Yeah, we was here.
But
here.
The funny part is when she did that, she said no, because I'm not gonna lie, Ma. When I need him, he's there. You know what I mean? He said my father lived 1 block up and 1 block across.
All these daddies living around the corner from their kid.
Just go pull up.
Yeah, and me and her daddy never got into it, but we met each other.
I'm sure.
And
y'all
then,
close.
She was about to get
Can we shout out like the good dads?
And
the
that
good
are
moms
active,
that are doing what they
and you don't have to go around the corner to find.
Because I'm tired of people making it seem like the moms and the dads are just terrible.
Yeah, I feel like our generation is trying to change that. I see a lot of guys that are younger trying to.
Chanie, I don't know if our generation want to accept you.
It's the same. It's the same.
You are on the borderline of some other generation. We have to have a meeting.
Look,
and see if we want to accept you.
She got like a 10GZX.
Yeah, like we don't know if we want to accept Chanie.
Right.
Because
that sounds like a PlayStation movie.
Because our generation are the ones that's struggling in marriage, and they don't know if they want to do it.
Very much struggling.
They are struggling.
If I had my choice, like I would have loved it.
You would have gotten married. I could see. Well, yeah.
Because who don't want that? Essentially,
it's not that I don't think people don't want it. I think because so many people in our generation hasn't seen it be successful or what their definition of success is. When they get into it, they realize that it's work.
Yeah.
Right.
And because the generation has been spoiled and we've gotten what we wanted.
A lot of spoiled milk in the generation.
Yeah, a lot of us have gotten what we wanted. We don't want to be responsible and held accountable to actually put the work in. So I think that's why we're struggling.
Yeah. Right. And so on that note,
we think that it's a picture perfect thing.
And on that note, I'd like to thank everybody who called in. Calvin Deal, Dorian. Shout out to everybody who's been watching this. Nicole Love, thank you for the input. Really appreciate it. Talk to Todd.
Yes, thank you.
Talk to Todd.
Tim telling tales.
Tim telling tall tales.
Such a hater. Tim telling tales. Don't be lying on my girl. Tim telling tales.
Tim telling tales.
I love Tim telling tales.
Yes.
I love Tim. Tim dope. And also, I'm just glad we're about to be 5 years old this year. June 2nd. I don't know how we're going to celebrate. What we're going to celebrate.
We're going to do something.
You'll be
behind y'all.
You'll be 4, yeah. But podcasting itself will be approximately 5 years old. June 2nd. We getting down. On the ones and twos, bringing us to you is none other than Miss Chanie Shan.
Thank you.
100 Band Stacks. She got to start her own podcast May 1st, Thursday. We're looking for somebody to interview her. So, for the first show.
She got an interview.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No,
I got one. No, to do me.
To interview her.
Yeah.
So if anyone out there in Podcasticville would like to interview the one and only Chanie Shan, let us know. All right, y'all. We out. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you